Welcome to the Overshare Pamphlet. My name is Rob, and I'm the host of this one-man show. Happy New Year, happy 2024. We are back. Sorry for the way I sound. I'm a bit, just, under the weather. I've had a cold during the holidays, and I'm still crawling my way out of it, basically. But I'm doing better. I'm doing good. I'm back, as promised, with a new year. And yeah, we're back in the swing of it. We're back into the loop. We're we're here back at it again. I have a lot of you know interesting things coming up. I have hopefully a lot of episodes that I'm gonna be able to make this year. I hope your holidays were good. I hope you had a nice time. I hope you enjoy yourself. Which is the whole purpose of the holidays. Take some time off and have a blast. Personally, had a great time. Back in Italy, it was incredible. A lot of food, gained a lot of weight, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. Holidays are always like that: food, parents, relatives, and everything else. But yeah, um, we're back. This is the first episode of the year, and yeah, I thought to share basically with you guys that you know in order to celebrate this year, I should probably do something a bit different. The first episode of the year is going to be a bit of a treat, I guess. We're going to try and launch this new type of hopefully recurring segment. The episode is going to be a Besties episode. Like, basically, I'm going to have my close friends come in to my podcast and chit-chatting about, I don't know specifically about what. It will depend. It will be like a case-to-case basis. But today, it is going to be the very first Besties episode, and I'm going to be joined by my bestie, Pam. She'll join me for the main segment of the main portion of the episode, basically. But yeah, we're going to be chit-chatting about our very personal holiday hicks, like our holiday, you know, grudges that we may have with like our, the people around us or what we see around us and what we don't like, what we find awkward or annoying or whatever. But we will get into that very soon. First, of course, I'm going to break down for y'all the songs of the week. Well, more than songs of the week, since I've been up for a couple of weeks now, it's going to be more like roundup of what I've enjoyed during the holidays, what I've listened to, what I've really enjoyed when I was off basically in Italy, yeah? So first off, Mr. Vampire by ITZY. It finally came out on streaming platforms this week, this Monday, so yeah, like, incredible stuff. I was not sure at first when I heard like to be fair, actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. When I first listened to the teaser of the song, I was actually quickly intrigued, to say the least. But then when the song dropped, first listen, I was like, I don't know, I need to listen to it a bit more, and oh, it grew on me so quickly. It's just, I think what's really selling it to me is, apart from the chorus. For me, the chorus is actually like the most important part of the song, of course, but it's also the choreo, because K-pop is like usually very choreo heavy, and if it complements the song or the vibe in general, is just a selling point for me. And it was. This choreo was so good. It made me appreciate the song even more, and now it's on repeat. It's everywhere. Like on TikTok, I even learned the choreo, and I've literally done a TikTok video on it. So yeah, I danced to it like crazy shit. Like I haven't had a good K-pop song in a while. So the last one was Batter Up by Baby Monster, but this is a good one, a really good one. Check it out. It's quite it's not very like an explosive in your face type of song. It's more like R&B chill but also very catchy and very it's very cool, very cool. Then we have "Stumbling In" by Chris Norman and Susie Quattro. This is a very old song. I think it's in the 70s. It's a song from the 70s. Yeah. Um, but how did I discover this song? How did I come around this song? Like, it's a very old old song. Well, old in comparison to what I listen to mostly these days. But yeah, I discovered it while watching a movie called Licorice Pizza. I think it's called. Yeah. Yeah, Licorice Pizza. Yeah, it's a coming of age movie set in the 1970s in LA, and I was watching it with my parents in Italy, and then the song started playing, and I was hooked immediately. So I Shazammed it with my phone, and here we are. Turns out, actually, it was also one of my mom's favorite song, one of her favorite songs back in the days. Yeah. So definitely there's something there. You know, there's some special sauce in this song. Um, yeah, the soundtrack of the movie in general is quite good. It's very very um, captivating. It's like it sets the mood very well. Like it's full of hits from the 70s, but they're not super obvious in that sense. So yeah, the movie. No, I don't know. I'm not sure about the movie. It's a very all over the place movie. It feels more like a stream of consciousness type of movie where like basically like you're not able to follow a plot. Like there is a plot. The plot is the coming of age and love story between the two main characters, but the way it's presented, there's just like so many quick changes in actions and moods and swings and all that stuff. It's just crazy, and I think I can see the artistic vision in there, but I don't know if the execution is necessarily like good. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe I didn't get it. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it again. It was the first time I ever watched it, so I don't know. But yeah, it was put out there to be like a Martin Scorsese's type of movie, but I don't know. I don't know if it reached that type of success. But what I can say is that the Haim sisters are in the movie, which I was very surprised about. So, well, I think all three of them are there, but only one of them is the main character, and the other two are like more like background characters. So, yeah. Anyways, great song, Stumbling In. Go check it out. It's very like 70s, but very pop. Um, very very catchy. So good. It puts you in a good mood. You know. Next song is "How I'd Kill" by Cowboy Malfoy. This song is crazy. Full journey. I discovered it through my Discover Weekly playlist on Spotify, of course, as usual. It's sort of like a full journey, like a very, I don't know, all-encompassing type of song. Like it goes from very dramatic to very happy to very chill to very like it's just like grandiose and all of that. It's just very very cool. Like a very and it's also like I don't know, very cinematic in some way. Like at first, it starts off with this very dramatic and cinematic tone, has a tragic love affair type of vibe, and there's definitely like a Latin flavor throughout the entire song, and then it switches midway through it, I think, to this sort of like salsa or like a mambo type of beat. It's just interesting. Like I don't know, and then it switches tempo again. It goes faster. It's just it's wild, and all this in just above 2 minutes. So it's just like a full roller coaster, you know? So go and check it out. Definitely worth a listen, and I think you'll be captivated immediately as well. Next song is "Get Back" by Britney Spears. It seems Spotify is very much aware of what is popping on TikTok because well, I think the first time I listened to Blackout, I didn't really pay attention to the song, but then I I didn't listen on TikTok. I didn't listen to the song on TikTok actually. I didn't come across this on TikTok to be fair, but it's one of those instances where like you go on Spotify, you put like the random shuffle, whatever that was, that like that. There's this function that has a random shuffling thing. Like these are only your songs, but it recommends like it's a smart shuffling function that Spotify has, but whatever. I use that, and then the song came up and I was like, oh, actually, this song is really good. And then I went on TikTok and I found that so many people were actually using it already. So I'm pretty sure the two things are very much connected. So, yep. Get Back, incredible song, very sexy as usual. Britney has that vibe. It's so good. The beat is incredible, just so good. Blackout in general is just like a magnum opus of like, I don't know, like quintessential girly pop music. You know, like just sultry but also extremely like paralyzing type of production. So really good. Get Back is another highlight of the album, I think. Yeah. Then I have to put this song in because my friend Clara sent it to me, and she specifically requested that I put it in my songs of the week. It's called "Okay Okay" by Pino D'Angio, and it's an Italian song actually. It's actually a very good song, and I don't know. It's just a very fun track, and my friend Clara says go listen to it. You know, so give it a shot. Okay, okay by Pino D'Angio. It's so good. And before I finish it off, I think I should also put in Melodies by Madison Beer. And I also want to talk 2 seconds about Yes and by Ariana Grande because it just came out on Friday when I'm recording. So yeah, I also want to talk about that. But first, Melodies by Madison Beer, a very old song, 2010s, I think. I think so. It has that like Katy Perry roar type of production. But it's a love song. It's so infectious. It's so good. It has a bit of the teen pop energy that I like. It's so good. I feel so good when I listen to the song. So good. So go listen to Melodies by Madison Beer. It is an odd one out, but I kind of enjoy it. This is sort of my vibe. It's sort of my type of song. So yeah, it's in my carefree playlist on Spotify as well because it is a very carefree song. Period. Then Yes and by I was about to say Yes and by Taylor Swift. Oh my god. No, we're not going to talk about Taylor Swift this episode. Thank you very much. We're talking about Ariana Grande finally coming back after 3 years, I think, of not putting out any songs, any music, apart from the weekends, like remix of their songs or whatever. But yeah, Yes and is sampling heavily the Vogue song by Madonna. Incredible track by itself. I think Vogue came out in the 1990s. Yeah, very cool song. So yeah, Ariana decided to sample it, and you can definitely tell it's like all throughout the song. It's basically like that beat coming back in. So very cool. It definitely is in theme, like on theme with the recent, like I guess, revival of the 70s, 80s, 90s type of songs. It's very similar to like Houdini, I guess. Like it's that like that kind of house dance pop type of tracks. So yeah, it reminds me a lot of that. It also reminds me a lot, of course, of Renaissance by Beyonce a bit because it's like very, as I said, very house heavy, and the lyrics are very much like sort of vaguely addressing. Well, they're not specifically addressing the home wrecking drama of it all, but she's just like addressing people being overly interested in her life, and she's deciding to just not give a fuck, basically. But she says this in a very, kill him with kindness type of vibe. You know what I mean? So very cool. I'm here for the lyrics. I'm here for the lyrics. They're cute. The song itself, I just listened to it once, so don't come for me. I think it's good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just, of course, there were so many expectations after 3 years of not having any original songs from by Ariana. But yeah, I mean, nothing was gonna live up to the expectations that were built throughout these 3 years. But yeah, I think it's good. I think the way I would put it is sort of like a palate cleanser for what's to come next in a way, because it's so different from her last 3 albums almost, I would say. Like it's very Dangerous Woman, Be Alright type of track. But yeah, nothing like Thank You Next, nothing like Sweetener, nothing like Positions, or it seems that we're leaving the trap beats behind. We're leaving them with we're leaving them with Scooter Braun because she left management, so she's free. The girl is free. The only thing well, it's not a complaint per se, but I was expecting something not so like on par with the trance, like with the house revival or whatever, just merely because it's with Max Martin. Like I think the entire album is gonna be mostly like collaborated with it's gonna be like co-produced with Max Martin. So I thought it was gonna be like something more still very poppy, of course, very pop, because he's the pop god, basically the pop producer of the century. But whenever Max Martin does something, it's sort of like that. I don't want to say generic in a bad way, but like it's a pop song per se at its essence, but it's also something that doesn't sound like anything else. You know what I mean? Like it's whenever you think of a pop song, you think of Max Martin. You know what I mean? Like it's something that is not going with the trance. It's setting its own sound in that way, like what he did with Taylor Swift. Yes, in 1989. Yeah, yes, it was like a 1980s inspired type of production, but it also sounds like its own damn thing. Like it sounds like 1989. You know what I mean? This instead doesn't sound like whatever the new Ariana Grande seventh album is going to be called, but it sounds more like you know, a song that is also on the radio right now with like any other track on the radio. You know, so it doesn't sound. It is inspired by the 90s, but it also is too generic, if it makes sense in terms of sound. It doesn't strike me as, oh, this is AG7, Ariana Grande seventh album. This is the sound. This is its own thing. No, but it's okay. I think it's more like as I said, like a palate cleanser for what's to come next. Maybe we will get into a bit more of outstanding, like unique sound going forward. Because it seems more like she wanted to address a bit vaguely what's been going on with the public opinion around her and all that stuff, and maybe she can hopefully move on to other topics, basically, yeah, and maybe other types of beat. So we'll see. I'm excited though. I'm still excited. The song, I've saved it, probably will grow me because it is like from a very unbiased type of point of view. It is a very well produced track. It's a very great pop song. I bet it's gonna be played a lot in commercials or on the radio or whatever. But yeah, that's all I have to say on the tracks. These are the tracks that roughly came out, or like that I rediscovered throughout these couple of weeks. It's very up to date. So yeah, slate. Anyways, that said, it's time now to move on to the main purpose of this episode, which is the segment with my bestie Pam. So stay tuned. We will be talking about Holiday Icks, holiday, enragers. We're gonna be dishing a lot. Hopefully we'll try to keep it as civil as possible, but we will be going in. So stay tuned. See you in a bit. Bye. And we're back. Pam is here with me now.
Hey.
A round of applause for Pam.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Now we're finally back. How was your holidays, girl? We literally haven't seen each other in 4 weeks or something.
This is
so
crazy.
It's kind of wild, honestly. But yeah, how was your holidays? Did you enjoy your time off?
Yeah, I had a great holiday, but it
Period.
could have been better if you were there.
Oh my god, thank you.
You know?
Well, for just a week we were in the same time zone. Doesn't really matter, I guess. We were in the same country but different places. But
Yeah.
it was
we
kind
were both
of
in Italy at the same time.
period.
But different parts of Italy.
Yeah. So yeah, me and Pam, we go like we met 2 years ago or something. So she's in one of the besties group. So
Oh my God,
she's the first. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Come on, this first time I'm having a besties episode, and she's the first one, and we've been
So-
chatting about this for quite a while now. Like we wanted to do like a special episode specifically about. Okay, so here's the preface of this. We're gonna do like a Holiday Icks type of like discourse here, and we are haters are a core. Like we love bitching about people,
Yeah.
but
we
not like in a very
haters.
mean way. We just like love.
We just do it with peace
yeah.
and love only.
Yeah.
With peace and love only.
Yeah.
And also, my mom listens to your podcast.
Oh, period.
So I just want to say hi, Mom.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hi,
Hi,
Jennifer.
Mom.
Thank you for your listens and thank you for your views. And I'm so honored. Florida is like literally tuning in for this one as well.
Florida's
So
tuning in for this one, and I'm sure
Period.
the cat Priscilla is also listening
Oh.
if my mom's listening, because
Okay.
she listens to it out loud. She doesn't have headphones.
period.
Just
Priscilla,
blasting in the
Queen.
house.
Yeah. Queen Priscilla, please spare us. You know, she's so cute, but also she doesn't want to be bothered. So
Yeah. Shout out.
shout out to both of them. You know, and Carl.
And Carl.
And Carl.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad, here.
Slay to Carl, you know?
Spotify.
And you know what? Morgan, where the fuck are you? Morgan.
And you know what,
And
Morgan? And just to add to that, where the hell is Morgan?
Where the fuck is Morgan? I know she's gonna tune in and be like, no. You guys need to shut up. You know? Like, she's gonna keep us humble.
Morgan,
We love you.
have a secret shrine of
Oh.
you behind Rob's map that he has on his desk. You actually unclip the top of it, and there's a little hole in there. You have to put in a 4-digit passcode, which we will not tell you.
No.
But behind it is just a collage of pictures of you
Yeah.
that say, "Where is Morgan?"
Period.
And it's like a kind of manifestation station for us.
Yeah, we hope you come here. Like, we pray in front of these pictures because we
Yeah.
want you to be here. Well, you are here with us in spirit. You're always here with
Yeah.
us. Well, we love you. Morgan, shout out to Morgan. He's one of Pam's besties. But yeah, she's my bestie as well. Met her once.
Period.
And
Love that.
period.
Period. And
But
period. It's
we've
the vibes
yeah,
that count.
it's the vibes that count, you know. But yeah, without getting derailed anymore, like how we're like this segment, this main segment of the episode, we're gonna just discuss what what we hate, what we love, and what we hate about the holidays. Holidays are great, but also you get triggered a lot by so many annoying little things and people. And for the sake of the episode, we're not gonna make names. Of course, we're not gonna name people. We're
Yeah.
not gonna be specific. We're just gonna talk about in like broad strokes about what's going on and what what we picked up because we love chatting. We love chatting.
We love chatting.
Yeah.
We love saying the truth.
Yeah.
And disclaimer that any names used
Yeah.
are not
Fake.
real names. They're fake.
Fake.
It's just a liability. We also have a lawyer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We do have a lawyer.
We have a lawyer.
And you
so-
cannot you know keep
yeah.
us in jail, you know? We're not gonna do that.
Exactly.
Period. All with peace and love, you know? So we both have notes. We haven't seen each other's notes, but we're gonna just like start naming what we
Yours are gonna be better.
I think we're gonna have a lot of like overlapping things
Yeah,
because we
Yeah.
have very specific tastes, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna start off with mine. My first one is my first holiday hick is dressing up as a Christmas tree. This is not this is not fucking Halloween. It's cringe and it's just weird. Like, ew. Like, okay, let's unpack that. Like,
I would like to add
Yeah.
to it because I also had a
okay,
similar ick.
period.
But it's just like dressing up as a Christmas tree and then having your fiance dress as a Christmas tree skirt.
Oh,
That's
is
really taking it to the next
yeah.
level for me personally.
First of all, Christmas is not Halloween. Like I said,
No,
like
man.
you're not supposed to dress up as a fucking Christmas. Like, who the fuck that? Imagine if you dress up as Jesus Christ being, I don't know, born on the 25th. Like, who does that? Like, are you a psychopath? Second of all,
Yeah.
I think posting it on social media is actually even worse. Because who do you think is gonna, like, engage with, like, that content? Unless, like, you're talking to your, I don't know, high school friends or whatever. But keep it to yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely, keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
I think it is so fun. Like if you dress up as like an elf or something fun like that. Elf, I would dare say, is acceptable. If you're
Elf
at a
is
Christmas
acceptable, yeah.
party, like there's
Yeah.
alcohol involved. I think that there's nothing wrong with a fun
Yeah.
little elf moment running around a party. Like that's giving fun, especially if the person's like tall. Then I think it
Exactly.
adds a level of like
It makes sense,
fun,
you know?
like
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Time
think
and
that
place.
that-
Time and place,
exactly,
you know?
but a Christmas tree at a family dinner where your fiance is a Christmas tree skirt and then posting it proudly on Instagram when it like
That's not, yeah.
it's just there's something about
It's
it.
awkward. It's like cringe.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not giving. It's not giving what it's supposed to
Yeah.
give. You know. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't like that
I don't
vision.
like it either.
Yeah. And you know what? At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want, but don't involve us in these things.
Don't
you know.
involve us.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
But yeah. This is not specific, but
That wasn't specific
at all. At all.
At all.
We don't know anyone who did that. No one. But yeah, that was mine. Do you have one for
I think you
yourself?
should do another
Should I do
because
another
I don't have as many as
Okay,
you do.
I'll do another one. This one is also not specific at all, but my other ick is trying to teach other people what real Christmas is. It's giving condescending. It's giving, oh, you people don't know what the fuck Christmas is. And to all the people who are saying, like, how do you even know someone like that? It's like, bitch,
We do.
we do. Unfortunately, we do know someone who like goes all the way out to just teach people what Christmas is. And like, who the fuck are you to tell me what Christmas is? First of all, assuming that other people don't know Christmas, what do you think we're ignorant? We've seen movies, we've seen, even though we're not, I don't know, religious or whatever, people know about it's something that happens. Like, people know about Christmas.
People know about it.
Like,
People know about it, especially if they previously lived in a first world country.
period.
Like, I just have to say that
Yep.
I don't love babying your husband.
Period.
I don't love that.
I don't love that at all.
Mm-mm.
Like, if you come from a different country, like, yes, you might have a different conception of Christmas, whatever it is.
Correct.
But who tells you that your version of Christmas is the right version of Christmas? There is no right version of Christmas.
Correct.
Like, who the fuck are you? You know?
Every culture, if they do celebrate Christmas, celebrates it in a different way.
Period.
And like,
Yeah,
I think it's one thing to share your culture and
Yep.
like, oh, this is how we celebrate this holiday. And like maybe he.
Yeah, it's giving
it's
first
like-
world condescending. You know, it's like
it's giving like.
I know better. I know what my
Yeah.
culture is superior. I know what Christmas is and like all that shit. Like, I don't know. And plus, here we're talking about adults. We're not talking about children. Like, you can teach your children what Christmas is, I
Yeah.
guess. But why?
adults.
Why are you trying to teach
It's
to an
just-
adult? Yeah, it's not giving. You know, this is another thing. This is not on the awkward scale. This is more like on the enraging scale for me. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know?
Yeah, it makes me feel bad for the other person.
That's literally, yeah, same. I feel like the other person, I want to hear from the. Let's pass the mic to the other person.
Yeah, let's pass
yeah,
the mic
to the other
babes.
person.
Let's pass
How
the
would
mic.
they think about that? I think no one would like to be belittled in that sense, you know.
No, sir.
So, and also to help, like, these people put on social media all this shit as well. So, like, even that, why would you be proud of teaching what Christmas is to like your followers or whatever it is? Like, bitch, this not okay, you know. Like, I would be enraged. I would be enraged.
I'd be offended.
And so, you know what? Cancelled.
Canceled.
Let's leave that in 2023. Even though, like, you know what, it's not gonna happen. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we cannot cancel that. Yeah. Should I go on?
I have one. Okay. When you said the holiday prompt, I kind of took it upon myself as like any holiday.
Okay.
So I hope you don't mind this one.
Go for it. I mean, it is Holiday Icks, you know. So.
Yeah, okay. So my first one I wrote was a pumpkin spice latte, but I want it freezing though.
Shut the fuck up, Miss Senorita Awesome.
Yeah, let's leave that in 2023.
Now, you know what? I love pumpkin spice latte. I love it. But I have to say, there's such a huge variety of like drinks that you can have it like around autumn or even like during Christmas. Now, why the fuck would you change pumpkin spice latte? That's a classic. Why would you go all the way and like try to be different or whatever it is? Like, don't be different. Be a basic bitch like the rest of us.
Yeah, like it's fun to be basic. There's nothing wrong with being basic.
Yes.
I think that I think that Scream Queens did lovely social commentary on the fact that it seems like society loves to rag women who like something. And the fact, like, oh, if women like something and a majority of women like something, then that has to be a societal crime. Like, I just think that is something that we need to leave in 2023. Yeah. Like, let women like things.
Yes,
let
and let's be
everybody
girls.
Things. Let's be girls. except for the icks that we've listed
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
To be quite honest,
Uh,
those things are not correct. But
no,
other
but
than
we
that,
know the truth. We know the
we know the
truth.
truth.
We're
Period. Period.
but yeah, it's all like I think it's the same thing as it's a bit of a common thread here. Like people love to be condescending and like love to like make people know that they know better. Our criticisms are coming from a place of being basic bitches and loving being basic bitches. Loving like we love being truthful and being simple. Just like what you like. Don't make it my problem. That you like your pumpkin spice latte freezing.
Exactly.
Like shut the fuck up. Enough.
Exactly. Enough.
No more Senorita Awesomes. No more.
Passing it to you. What's your next ick?
Okay. Okay, this one is more generic, I would say. New Year's resolutions. I hate New Year's resolutions.
Thank you so much for saying
hate
something
that.
because I'm going to tell
Hate
you
that.
a trend that hasn't really struck me correctly. And I thought about putting it down and I didn't. It's the ins and outs swipes on Instagram. Do you know? And TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like people posting a hot picture of themselves and being like 2024 ins, 2024 outs. And it's just like
It's cringe. It's cringe, and also
like
I don't
it,
like
and
that.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I think it's like the new. Okay, I think I have a theory about that. Like, I mean, it entails like the New Year's resolution as well. It's the same thing, right? But I think my problem with it is that people like try to use the excuse of a new year to try and become new people, whatever. If you want to become a better person, you would do it instantly. You wouldn't wait for the new year and never follow it through. Like, just be a better person. Just do it. Don't go journaling in front of the beach and start saying like, I want to be a better person in 2024.
Yeah, like
follow my rules or whatever. Like,
there's nothing like the present.
period.
And it's like,
to me, it's very inauthentic in a sense that you're just like doing it for the sake of it, and you're not actually committing to the idea of becoming a better person. You're just saying, okay, sure, like 2024. I don't know what do you even put in a New Year resolution? Like, what is it? I'm gonna eat less. I'm gonna go to the gym more. Bitch, just go to the gym.
yeah, you could have done that. You could have done that in
Immediately.
2023.
Like,
It just isn't.
don't wait for the new year to do this shit. If you want to be a better person, just do it immediately. Don't like, I know people do it just for the sake of it, like, oh, these are my aspirations for 2024, but
Exactly.
I don't know. I just find it dumb.
I agree.
Stupid shit.
Agree.
And yeah, I don't want to see it on my social media. I don't want to see it on TikTok. I don't want to see it anywhere. I think it's just weird. But yeah, and like following up to that, like very similar like content in that sense is just Dry January, in my opinion. Dry January is just another.
Yeah, I have a
Big
bone to
Elmo.
pick
Yeah.
with dry.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with Dry
Yeah.
January. I think that the pro of it, before I speak my truth and it's the con, is
Yep.
my truth of it. I think a pro of it is if you do have a hard time with alcohol moderation and you're aware of it, that's like way to go for being aware of it. I think that's wonderful. And you need something like the societal pressure that everybody knows about, Dry January. And that is a push that you need in order to hold yourself accountable. And that's not something that normally you find easy.
Yeah.
And you can't just you can't say no,
Yeah.
you can't moderate your alcohol intake.
Definitely.
I think it is really great for those people.
Yes.
And I think that it could really work.
Yeah.
My con is that because of the popularity of Dry January coming in full force, it is causing a lot of family-owned or independent bars to suffer financially. And I think there's economic ramifications to it that are quite sad. Because usually popular bars like All Bar One, Simmons, like those bars are always gonna have people because people know what they are, etc.
Yeah.
But it's the small independently owned businesses that are gonna really suffer.
Agreed.
And I just think that that's a little sad.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think also health-wise, it's not super safe to just drop drinking. Like, I'm talking about people who, like, have a habit of drinking a lot. Like, to just drop everything for a month, it's gonna be terrible for your health. It's like, I don't know, being in abstinence of, I don't know,
Yeah, because
drugs or whatever. It's the same thing. Like, if you are used to like intaking a certain amount of alcohol and then you
that's
immediately
really true.
you immediately take it out of your system without like decreasing it like in small amounts or whatever, you're gonna have crazy crazy like bad effects. So
Crazy bad effects.
so
That's a really good
yeah.
point, friend.
Yeah, I don't really like that idea. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're someone who like doesn't drink that much and you wanna stop drinking for a month just to like, I don't know, feel better or whatever, fine. Like that's okay. But I feel many people are drawn to it like in a bad way, in a sense that they think like, oh, if I drop everything for a month because I'm so addicted to like drinking, then everything else will be fine for 2024. Well, I don't know. I think also if you drop like if you stop drinking all of a sudden and then you start drinking all over again in February, whatever, you're gonna probably start drinking even more than before because you're gonna be so out of it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Small decreases,
Exactly.
just like do a bit less maybe if you want to, but this narrative of like just stop drinking for an entire fucking month is just not A, realistic and good, and B, like good for your own health,
That's a great
so
point, friend. Yeah,
fuck
that's a
you.
great point.
Yeah, dry January down,
Down with
down
dry
for me.
January. Jail to dry January.
Yep, yep. So it says me was like literally drinking wine right now. So I failed dry January. And what about it? Are
And
you
what
gonna
about
jail me?
it? Like, what about it? We are not heavy drinkers.
We're not
you
heavy
and
drinkers.
I,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think we
So,
drink
like,
socially and we drink with moderation, in the sense that maybe once a week, maybe twice a week.
yeah, maybe
That's
once
it.
or twice
Yeah,
a week.
that's pretty much it. When we're with friends, we don't drink alone. We don't do that. But there's people out there who like have serious issues and maybe feel cornered and have to like go through dry January, and it's just not fun. So yeah. Oh, should I go for it? Or
Yeah, you
I
giggled.
think
Now I need to know what you giggled about.
inspirational phrases. Let's just leave them in
I
2023.
agree.
Oh, phrases and like reels, TikToks, whatever it is, just leave them. Like
Mm-hmm.
just fake activism, fake inspirational like phrases or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
fake videos, all that shit. Let's just like leave it there. Like I've always thought that they're never real. They're just like done for clicks or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just not realistic. Like
Yeah.
as I said, like you know, don't be fake, don't be phony, don't be like just be. I appreciate people who are like truthful about what they're going through and all that. But
Yeah.
you know, pretending like, in my opinion, like whoever does that is trying to like build an idea that they can do it, they can escape their situation, or like they can, you know, be better, which is good. But don't go and put it out there into the world. And what happens if you fail? I would feel so bad just putting out there like that I'm gonna be the best person ever in 22. Realistically, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna,
Correct.
yeah, you're not gonna achieve that. Like you're not gonna be a perfect person ever. But just don't do it. Just do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself, and just don't fake it. Because some people do fake it. Some people put like fake information and saying like all these like weird things when deep down they're not okay with it. They're just trying to convince themselves.
Yeah, and I think that there's like,
Go to
like if
therapy.
you print, yeah, go to therapy for real.
Yeah.
But like if you print like an inspirational quote that really means something to you and you put it on your bathroom mirror and you look at it every morning and that really does bring you something to your day, that's one thing.
One thing, yeah.
But to post it all over social media
Yeah.
and be like, I sense that a lot of the time, and this is a generalization,
Yeah.
but I sense that a lot of times when people do that, it's giving holier than thou.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
giving like, this is my inspirational quote. I'm better than
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Yeah. I have achieved this, or like
I have achieved
this is my
this.
mindset.
Yeah.
You guys are like just dwelling over
Yeah.
things that you shouldn't dwell over.
You
like
need to get like me. I'm better than you.
Period.
And I don't like that.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's
Like,
like
be
so.
real. Be fucking
Yeah.
for
Be
real.
fucking for real.
Be fucking for real.
I like seeing, of course, like when you talk to like these things. I have a policy, I guess, when it comes to social media. Like you should never use social media as your diary or as your like every single thought you're gonna put it on social media. You should never do that. Like
Correct.
these things should be kept private.
Yeah.
Should be talked to, like if you want to talk to your friends about these things that you're feeling insecure or you have like
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. But like
Yeah.
to blast stuff like that on social media,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Leave it in 2023 for
Leave
real.
it in
For real.
2023.
We don't want that at all. Like
I have all of the rest of the icks I have listed are all also about posting things.
okay, let's hear that. Yeah. Since we're there, yeah.
One of them is posting a family portrait and saying it's an annual thing when you haven't known each other for more than like not even 2 years.
Okay. And I agree with that. Because also, you don't want to, first of all, you don't want
I'm
to
so
jinx
glad
it.
you agree.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah,
to jinx
it's
it.
evil eye.
Evil,
It's real.
you don't
Evil
want
eye
to
is
jinx
real.
it.
You don't want to put it out there.
You don't want to put it out there, first of all. Second of all, who cares? Like, family portraits are for your family, not for other people to see. You know what I mean? If you want to hang it out in your house, whatever, cute, amazing, very cute. But just like, doing a full tradition of like, especially when you're so early on into your relationship, marriage, whatever it is, like, don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Like, I think you're gonna regret it if something goes wrong, first of all. Second of all,
Yeah, it's
yeah, like, I don't know. If what if you plan to have children and I'm just gonna put it like in a worst case scenario. Maybe you're married to someone and then you have children and then you divorce and then your children have to see these pictures like later on when they grow up and be like, oh, why the fuck would my mom or dad do that to me? Like, why would you, pretend like we were like such a happy family? Every year we used to have this thing, and then
yeah, and all of a sudden
no,
it
and
just seems
yeah,
like it seems like too like I get the premise of a family portrait. I think it would have been nice to have more of them growing up personally,
yeah,
but like to do it when you haven't even really known somebody for 2 years.
amen,
I
amen,
think that there is a jinx. I think that
yeah,
the evil eye is coming. Like
yeah.
it just
I
it
like it,
just
yeah.
is too
Mm.
soon.
Too soon to do that, yeah.
If that makes
If
sense.
you feel established, that's a good thing. I mean, you will feel it, like, eventually with the right person, feel established at a certain point. But I also feel like, I don't know, these things are usually things that come up, like, as a natural thing. Like, naturally, you're going to take pictures with your family, you're going to have, like, this thing. Having it as a tradition, fine, whatever. But I personally, like, my family, we never have like an intent of like taking pictures all together. But if something happens during a year that we're all together, we're enjoying the moment, we take a picture, cute. This happens. But having it before even knowing how things are gonna go or whatever, like
Yeah.
before being even like too deep into it. So I don't know. I
It
think
just
yeah.
seems like it's a little
Speaking too soon, like
it's
yeah.
it's something's off,
Yeah.
and I can't really put my finger
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
but it just seems like
Something that you shouldn't. Yeah,
unless of course you know something that other people don't.
no, it's
Like
true.
maybe you're with child and you want to like have like a before and after.
Maybe yeah,
And
maybe
you really love the picture, and so you want to post and be like, oh, it's an annual thing, but you know that the next year there's going to be a baby in that picture. I get it. Like, that
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
yeah, that would turn into being a smart thing.
Then that's cute. Then
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yes.
So, like,
We condone
but
that.
otherwise, it's a jinx. And
Otherwise-
I think that we need to protect ourselves. And
Agreed.
in 2023, we didn't protect ourselves very well. In 2024, I think we need to, like, bring protecting ourselves and the people we love. We need to protect our energy.
Period.
We need to bring that into 2024, and I do think that the evil eye is real,
I do think that.
and I think that it is opening the door for bad energy, and
You don't want to invite it in.
we don't want to invite it in, and
Yeah.
you don't know, like, the evil eye can come from anywhere.
Period. I agree with that. I think that's something we should leave definitely in 2023.
Yeah,
Leave it there. I have one.
let's hear it.
Hanging out with your relatives that you don't like just because they're relatives and just because it's the season, just because it's the season or the holidays. I don't like that. I personally don't like that. Personal story as well, but I think anyone can relate with it. But it's like we have a saying in Italian which is like parenti serpenti, which means basically your relatives are sometimes snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really translate super well, I guess, but it means that just because they're relatives, that doesn't mean like they're gonna be the best people to you, or they're gonna be your cup of tea or whatever. So my point is, just because we're relatives, we don't have to necessarily hang out just because it's the holidays or whatever it is. Like, if we don't like each other for the rest of the year, why should we just like pretend like it's a-okay to just be together for one day or one evening or whatever?
Yeah.
Pretend like it's picture perfect or whatever. I don't like that. I don't do that to like my friends. If I don't like someone, I'm not gonna hang out with them, period. Whether it's
Exactly.
whether it's like Christmas or whatever it is. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna see you. That's just the way it is. Just because we're parents doesn't mean anything. Sorry, relatives doesn't mean we're parents. Oh my god, because it's parenti. It's so weird. But yeah, that's my truth. I've had this recently, but it's always been a thing in Italy specifically because we love family or whatever. But yeah, if you don't like someone in your family, don't feel entitled that you have to hang out with them during the holidays for like just because you want to appear picture perfect with them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's giving New Year's
Yeah.
resolution.
Yes.
Like
Just
it's
leave them
giving
alone.
like just because it's a day doesn't mean that we have to like change how we normally behave.
Agreed. Agreed.
Period. I think it's a good one.
That was a really good one, honestly. We also are running pretty low on time,
Oh shoot.
but we have like 20 minutes actually.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah, because it's not here yet. We ordered food and we're waiting for it, but
Yeah, because we're hungry.
We're hungry. We're gonna be pigging out tonight because we're celebrating.
Also, I'd like to humble myself for a second and say something that I should leave in 2023. I just said because we're hungry, and I would like to leave the word hungry in 2023 because it's very cringe that I say that, and I'm aware.
I think
I'm
I
aware
agree
of
with that.
myself.
I'll keep you accountable for that, and
Thank you so
also
much.
adding on to that, I want to leave eating like a pig on Christmas Day. I don't feel good. I love food. I love eating, but after that I feel awful because I've eaten so much food, and now I'm back in London, back into my like routine, and I feel like I need to lose weight because
I feel the same way.
and I don't feel good about that. Maybe it's eating disorder. Who knows?
You
But
look good though, bestie.
yeah, you look good too.
You
though.
look really good.
Yeah,
You look really good.
You know what? Scrap that. We look good either way.
We look good no matter what.
Period.
But I feel that. I feel like the past, like the 3 weeks that I was not in the United Kingdom, I feel like I ate a lot and I was not very active.
Yeah.
And I just feel like blah. I don't feel like myself. I'm very conscious about my workout routine. That's something that's really dear to me.
Definitely.
I don't watch what I eat as much as take my workout routine seriously, but I just feel like
you want to get like that. But here's the thing, like going back to the holiday, the New Year's resolution, we see the problem, or not the problem necessarily, but it's something that we want to get better at, right? We don't like feeling bloated or whatever it is. We know for a fact that we're gonna start when we come back. We're gonna start exercising again, putting back on our good regimen. But we're not gonna put it on social media saying like 2024. As soon as I'm back, I'm gonna like stop eating.
Girl. Like we do not need to share things like that on social media because you don't know what somebody who's going to view that has been through.
Also, oh my god,
you know what I mean?
You bring a great point.
Because like here's the thing, this is something I
great
put down.
Point. Yes.
Like I do post when I go to like Soul Cycle a lot because I love Soul Cycle, and I think all of my close friends. And I think everybody realizes that Soul Cycle is something that I do. Not really necessarily for my to stay thin. It's something I do because it's a cult and I love it.
Yes, definitely.
And it brings me good mental health. Yeah. But I think that there are some things that we need to watch. Like be like, oh, I want to, like it goes with the inspirational quotes. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to phrase it correctly, but you don't know. Everybody in your audience, if that's going to trigger somebody.
Period.
And I think that anything to do with your weight and anything to do that doesn't matter whether it's thinness or the opposite end of the spectrum. It doesn't matter what degree of talking about somebody's weight is. I don't think that it is appropriate to talk about weight at all.
Period.
On social media, and I think that that's a controversial take.
I agree.
But I think that you don't know what anybody's going through, and it's different if you are a very popular account and like that's what you're known for. Like it's not the content I would tune into, but I don't follow that content, so it doesn't bother me. But if you are somebody whose sole following is your friends, and like don't pretend to be an influencer, like. The comments you have about bodies and like stuff like that are not welcome.
Period. I agree with you. I think like first of all, like you said a really good thing. Like if you're an influencer known for that, for like fitness or whatever it is, then it's sort of natural that you're gonna have a specific audience and people are gonna tune out if they don't like what you're seeing.
Exactly.
But if you're a normal person posting on your social media, like I don't know, posting about these things constantly, you don't know how you're gonna affect your friends, affect even your simple followers who are not even like that close to you, but see your stories or whatever. And in your defense, like whenever you post about Soul Cycle, most of the times it's just you in front of a mirror, not even in the changing rooms. It's just you like about to leave or about to enter with your friends. There's nothing about like involving the actual physical exercise. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just put them on a treadmill and saying burning a lot of weight or whatever it is, like that's trigger, like it could be triggering to some people. It's just not good, you know what I mean? That to me is wrong for sure. Like posting it like just, oh, I'm like in front of a gym or whatever without saying necessarily much, it's fine. Like you're just like keeping people into a loop of
Exactly.
what you were doing. But you know, that goes back to, again, to like inspirational phrases, all that shit. Like,
Exactly. And I know we're like ragging on about this one topic a
no, yeah,
lot,
yeah,
but to just add one more thing to that,
yeah,
I also think that it's super triggering, like if you are just like if you are not this type of account, if your account, and like be fucking
be
for
for
real
real.
about it.
Yes,
Be
yes.
fucking for real about it. If your 90% of your account following is people that you know and are friends
Hmm.
with, I think it is very inappropriate to post pictures that are like of stomach rolls or anything like
Yes.
that and being like, this is not fat, this is okay. Because you don't know if somebody who is your friend is like has not been insecure about that before, sees your post and is like, I never even considered that fat.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes.
know.
You don't
You
know.
don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know. And you could have unintentionally
Yeah.
caused that person to be insecure with themselves when they weren't before
Period. Yeah.
by because you want to be holier than thou.
I
Like
agree with that.
you like I don't know, it just bothers me. And
Yeah.
that's a controversial
No.
take. You can feel free to cut that
Yeah. No.
out,
I
but
think it's actually, I
like
agree with it. So I'm gonna
I
leave it in because I stand by that as well.
I just think
Yeah.
that some people need to like
Yeah.
take a reality check and be like, is this like what my account is? Is this a
Literally.
business account? Like, no. If the answer is no,
Then stop.
maybe we
Yeah.
should reevaluate and be like,
What am I doing?
do
Yeah.
I have like is there any way that a friend could be triggered by this?
Yes.
Because that's what being a good friend
Yeah.
is like realizing that sometimes your actions unknowingly have consequences.
Yeah. I feel like if you want to do that, open a different account, or like don't post it on your personal.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you want to have your own influencer account, that's fine. But, like,
Yeah.
maybe
Don't merge the
don't
two
merge
things.
the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Don't merge the two.
That's never gonna be good. I think I agree, really agree with that, and I think like people don't realize that apart from like words, but also like now we post everything that we want to do and all that shit. Like we need to be more aware of what we're doing with our social media in general. Like
Yeah.
in terms of even activism, for example. Like I know some people like for the holidays start donating shit ton of money for whatever cause it is, and which is
Oh,
like
thank
yeah,
you for bringing
yes,
this up.
which is like it's a good thing, I guess. But my opinion with that is, if you really care about the cause, you're not gonna publicize it. You're gonna just do it, and that's it. You're not gonna post on Instagram saying, "Look, I donated this much money to this cause." You like, boohoo for you if you haven't done that. First of all, you don't
Yeah.
know other people's economic situation, and
Correct.
second of all, you're like literally like making this a phenomenon. Like it's supposed to be about the cause. You're supposed to like drop money, do whatever you feel like it's gonna help, and that's it. If you wanna tell your friends, look, there's a good way of like helping other people around, fine, but don't post how much you donated, the
Yeah,
amount, or
that's
like if
icky.
you donated how much that you did and all that shit. Like if you're a classy person, like a person who really cares about the social cause, you won't boast. You won't do that shit. You know what I mean? You wouldn't do
Correct.
that. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I have so
Yeah.
many thoughts on
Yeah,
that.
please enlighten me. Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I think that it is a really tacky thing
Yeah.
to do to
Yeah.
post how much you've donated to a cause. I think it is so fine to post resources and spread the knowledge that people might not know about. Like, good on you.
Yes, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
great. But like to brag about how much money that you were able to donate is just not classy at all.
Agreed. Agreed.
Like, you don't know people's situations, and to just it's also giving holier than thou.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I hate more than somebody who comes across holier than thou on social media.
Like let's bring in, for example, Taylor Swift. Like she donates so many times to so many different charities and social causes and whatever you name it, she's done it. Do you see her posting it on social media saying, "Look, I donated this much money to like I donated 5 million to this cause or whatever it is"? No, you either see trades leaking it or whatever it is or talking about it, but she
Yeah.
never says, "Look, I donated this much money. If you haven't done that, you guys are losers" or shit like that. Like she never does. She never says what she donates for. She never says how much, when, whatever. She just does it because she cares about it, or at least it's a good practice to do. I think in general, whether you truly care about it or not doesn't matter. But don't put yourself out there doing these things. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not the vibe. You know.
It's not
good.
the vibe. Stop.
Stop.
Stop. It's not
Literally.
the vibe.
So to close in, I have one last one.
I have one last one too, but mine's
no,
messy.
No, do yours.
Mine's messy.
Should we leave the messy one for last?
Let's leave the messy one for last because
Okay.
we might want to cut it.
Okay. Period. My last one is. Let me read it.
You put the glasses on for this.
I had to read this out. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There it is.
This is so bad.
This is so
I don't know.
funny.
Should I say it?
Okay, this is the part where like editing wrong.
Yeah,
we might cut it out.
We might cut it out. Okay. I'm gonna read it. Okay.
I'm so excited. Let's hear it.
So, if you move out of the country you've been studying in or working, yes, I'm going there, and you know for a fact that you've lost connections with whoever, doesn't really matter who, people you've met, not necessarily friends or whatever. Stop pretending that you're still super involved with that place. You know what I mean? I don't like that. Like, if you're out of it and you're consciously made the choice of being out of it, well,
you don't live there anymore.
Yeah.
Stop pretending you do.
So yeah.
Stop pretending you do.
Stop pretending you do. Stop pretending, because it's okay. I mean, people go through things in life. You get separated. You get, like, life takes you whatever, and that's normal, and it's totally fine. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nothing wrong with that. But I feel like, yet again, we bring it back to social media. Like, we don't, like, it's not your diary. If you have issues with it, if you haven't really, if it doesn't bode well with you that you've moved out and you didn't want to move out, go to therapy or talk to your parents, to your close friends. Just talk about it with them. Explain what you're feeling. Be truthful about it. But don't act like you are still, like, in the loop there or whatever it is. Or, like, you can still be in the loop, of course, but why would you? Why would you trigger yourself with these things? Or
Exactly.
I don't know. It's just tacky. Or, I don't know. It's also I'm saying it for your own good. For whoever's listening. Don't do that for yourself. Like, this is going to be triggering you even more. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That was my hot take.
That's a great hot take, I think.
So, yeah. Like, even if you're, for the holidays back home, you're just traveling, that's fine. If you want to keep on the loop with things that are happening everywhere else, that's okay. Because you're based in that country. I personally don't live in Italy anymore, so I don't really know much about Italy. I don't really want to know much about what's happening in my hometown, unless I'm just, like, visiting for a couple of weeks. I just want to know what's up, whatever.
That's so normal.
Yeah, if you're visiting, when you're there, you go there, you just want to keep it in the loop or whatever, fine, cool, cute. Or if you like following news, whatever, that's totally fine. But pretending like,
pretending like you are an expert at a place that you do not live in for, like,
anymore,
more than 4 or 5 years, like, but you don't live there anymore, and you're actively pretending like you still are heavily based there is a little, like,
it's a little dodgy,
Yeah, it's literally like
you're not doing good. Yeah, to me the first thing I think is that the person hasn't, in their head, moved out of the country, in the sense that they clearly are not okay with this situation, and they're still trying to hold on to that idea that is not there anymore, which is sad. It's definitely separation is bad,
and that's fine. But it would be so cool if to be honest about that. To
exactly.
Be like, I really miss this place, and, like, I'm actively working on trying to get back there because I miss it, and I realize I made a mistake. But we don't know until we never know until we try. Yeah. Like, I tried this other opportunity, it didn't work out for me, so I'm gonna try to reroute back here. Really miss it. If anybody has any tips, like, please let me know.
Yeah. I have a friend who I have a friend who moved out. It's been out for more than a year, and now she's coming back. She's never ever. Sometimes she posts that she misses, of course, this place, but she doesn't say, like, "Oh, I'm an expert," like, or like, "I'm still based there." That's, like, constantly pretending like they're still there, based there, or whatever. No, she's coming back. Very chill, very cool. She always wanted to come back here. She's now doing it. Incredible. I'm so excited to see her when she comes back here.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Slayful,
that's slay. That's slay.
That's my hot take. So be more like that.
I think that's great.
You want to end it up with yours?
I also have a messy social media hot take.
Okay, you can try and phrase it as innocently.
I don't think there's a way to innocently phrase this, but it is messy. And if somebody overhears it, they'll know.
And that's fine. I mean,
but sometimes we do listen up. This might be cut.
Let's hear it.
not posting your significant other on Instagram.
Oh.
Why why do you want to look single?
Oh, I
Why do you want to
think.
look single? It doesn't matter if the people close to you in your life know. You are looking single to the overall presence.
Amen.
And I personally think that it's like
Yeah.
a little unacceptable, especially if you are active on Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
if you post occasionally, if you post stories occasionally, if you go on Instagram Reels, if you're on Instagram every day and your partner is a secret on that app, that is giving, um, it's giving,
I don't know. Yeah, it's giving not loyal, you know?
it's giving, why do you want to look
Yeah,
single?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
giving,
Not committal, you know?
it's
Yeah.
giving, yeah.
Non-committal, yeah. I agree with that. I think, like, it's okay if it's, like, first stages or whatever,
Oh,
but yeah.
absolutely. But if you're in a committed relationship,
Yes,
if
exactly.
you've met the fam,
If you've met the
like,
fam.
if you've met the fam,
Period.
it's time.
It's time.
It's time to not look single on social media.
I agree with that.
And I'm the type of person who is at the level of petty that if somebody says to me, like, I'm not, like, I don't want to post you on social media for this reason or whatever reason, like, I have had enough men in my life tell me that that is such a bullshit lie.
Oh,
That, like,
okay.
men, whenever they say, oh, I don't really want to post you on social media, no matter what the reason is, they like, if they truly care, they would post you.
I agree.
Especially if they know that it matters to you.
I agree.
They would do it.
Yeah.
So I don't buy any excuse.
Period.
Personally. And I'm at the level of petty that if somebody says that, like, if you're looking single on social media, why should I not look single?
Yeah.
So, like...
Definitely. I think the weird issue here is that, like, if you're both people who are not super on social media or, like, don't like sharing, like, photos that much, okay, cool. You don't have to share your but if you know for a fact that your significant other, like, would love
that.
Yeah, would love that, or like is used to it, or it's in your culture, or it's what they usually do, like, it's like...
And you know what?
Yeah.
I just to really
Just to
close
rein
it
it
out,
in.
just to rein it in. It's also jail time if you like haven't posted your significant other on Instagram and are like, oh, like, I just don't really post. I want to keep my, like, life private, or like, didn't want to post because you didn't want to hurt somebody or whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's bullshit.
That's
That's
bullshit.
bullshit anyway. But if you have your ex-girlfriend
Ooh.
on your Instagram
Yeah,
as an Instagram post,
that's not good looking.
that's
you know?
not a good look.
Yeah,
That's not a good look. Like, you are an idiot if you think that women don't go through and, like, analyze every single one of your posts.
You gotta realize girlies are 10 steps ahead.
Girlies are 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
And this is not just the girl you're dating. This is all women.
Yeah.
You are making the person you are dating look bad to every woman in your life or woman who follows you.
Yeah.
Because girls look through people's profiles.
That's true.
And the fact, if they know that you are in a relationship with somebody, but you have a picture of your ex-girlfriend in a nice restaurant, even if it's from years ago, that's embarrassing for the girl. Girls look at that shit, and I know it might be convoluted. I know it might be, like, silly, but you are making your girlfriend look bad by doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Stop doing that.
And
like, especially if you have if you have a conversation with this person, with your significant other, and they clearly say to you that, well, like, when is it gonna happen? Or, like, I'm used to it, or, like, I'm expecting you to do this. Or, I don't know, just saying, for example, look, I've noticed that you've been very, like, very much avoiding this whole thing. Why is that? It makes me feel uncomfortable or, like, insecure or all that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
what?
Giving,
and you still have your ex.
You still have your ex up there.
It doesn't mean, it's not an excuse, because, like, at that point, it doesn't mean that you're not comfortable with it. Like,
it means that you used to be.
Yeah.
You did it for somebody. Like,
you did it for somebody else. Yeah, you did it for somebody else.
Like, with peace and love, don't look somebody in the eyes and say you love them, and, like, then say that shit when you said the same thing to some other girl and you did post her. Like,
Period.
But, and also, just to, like, really drive the point home, posting somebody on your close friend's story does not count.
Oh, it doesn't
does
count.
Not count.
That doesn't count at all. Because your close friends, first of all, it could be anyone. It could be 2 people, it could be 5 people, it could be whatever. It's not public, first of all. And
it's not public. The point of posting your significant other, in my personal
Yeah.
opinion, is to signal to other people that you are taken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it's nice to like if it's a good picture, it's a good picture. Like I like to post things I love.
Yeah.
If I love you, I want to post you. But also at the same time, like it alerts people like, hey, like I'm in a relationship with somebody, like
Definitely.
back the fuck off.
Back the fuck off. Yeah.
And there are many
Yeah.
reasons why I personally would like to do it. Now we're getting personal. There are many
Oh,
reasons why I would like to
period.
do that. But like
Yeah.
I'm petty. Like you want to look single?
Then
I'll
I'll
look
look single.
single.
Yeah, I mean, like if the other person doesn't want to do it, then you don't have to do it because like you would look a fool personally if you're the only one.
Yeah, you would. I don't want to look like
Yeah.
an idiot because another thing.
Yeah.
Girls talk about that shit. If a girl has her man posted, but the
Def-
man doesn't have the girl posted,
Definitely.
girls talk about that.
They would definitely do
Girls talk about that behind closed doors.
that. Yeah.
And we've talked about
We've
it.
talked about it
We've
so many
talked about
times.
it.
Yeah.
We've been like, why is this girl being stupid? I am too well educated to be stupid.
Exactly. We're self-aware enough to know when something is up or like
Yeah.
we want to have like a say in these things. You know what I mean?
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay
you know?
safe out there.
But yeah, like literally, this is a good way of ending it. Guys, always know your worth. Always put your foot down when you need to. And New Year resolution, just be better. Just be
New Year's
better.
resolution, just be better.
Just be better. And we're going to be better by eating food now. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Hope you come back soon. We're going to have probably another Besties episode whenever.
Can't wait.
Whenever we have
This is
anything
thrilling.
thrilling, honestly, like a very exciting thing. So yeah, stay tuned for another Besties episode. Stay tuned for more episodes. This is the first episode of the year, so
I actually wrote a outro for this segment
okay.
for you.
is it a haiku?
I didn't record the music. I just
Okay.
came up with the words.
Cool.
Can you blow my whistle, baby?
Shut the
whistle,
fuck up.
baby?
Josh Hutcherson. Look, if he's in a room with me, he's coming out transgender. That's all I'm saying.
Period.
Bye.
Bye.
Period.